Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going through the Hawthorn versus Carlton absolute demolition job by the Hawks in the second last game of round 1 of the season 9 of AFLW, in which they just basically dominated the game, did the Hawks from end to end. They pretty much drew level with Carlton when Carlton had the breeze and ran away with it when Carlton didn't have the breeze. So anyway, let's jump into this and recap all of the players scoring. Eliza West, 29 touches, 10 tackles. If we go to Eliza West here, we open this up and we just want to see her roll here. You'll see she had 88% CBAs. That's a really good roll. 71 points she averaged at Melbourne. So she is one that you could have probably looked at. Let's actually just go to West here. She's now priced at 1.003 million. And yeah, she's probably one that we missed just because we missed. She did have a little bit of an uptake in CBAs from her time at Melbourne, so maybe we missed her taking on that lead scoring a little bit, but I do think that this is a slight outlier. You'll see here the points per minute down up a little bit, I should say. So yeah, I just think that maybe this one was a little bit of an outlier, and then you see those points there, and yeah, so I'm not too worried about this yet. As you see here, she didn't really have a low game terribly much. Maybe you could say this one, but even then she scored pretty well. So I'm not too worried about this. I think that she will regress back a little bit, but I think she could be a 95 scorer, 90 scorer. So yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad in the end. Bodie 77, Gilroy 72, Breed 69. She is probably the rookie I would target. I think she has room to grow over the likes of Syme, who I think Syme will regress a little bit just because I think the other Port mids will take up some points, given that their point share was a little bit weighted more towards Simon away from Dowrick and also Window. So I think that Breed is probably the better rookie to have, even though Syme scored 14 more points, because their projected break evens are dead on each other. Jaden came out with that after I recorded on the Tuesday, after I recorded yesterday's videos. He came out with the break evens, etc. and everything. So we'll get into that for the previews on Thursday for the trade targets and cash cows. We'll get to those. But yeah, I think Breed is a really good option, and I really liked her game, and I really like that she's a strong tackler as well, 76-62. So I think that there is room for her to take up more tackling. And I also really like Sheriff, given that she's got forward status, 67 points, 3 tackles, which shows she can tackle as well. She has, I think, do they have Collingwood? Let me actually just check. Gilroy, they do have Collingwood, which is good. So yeah, I really like Sheriff. I think she's known to be a slight tackler as well, a good tackler as well. So I think she can get that up to 5 or 6 tackles, which will negate the 2 goals that she scored if she doesn't kick any goals. So I really do think that she can do well. I also think that the marking will be a little bit better because it was an absolute wind fest at was this at Windy Hill? No, I don't think it was. Where was this at? I don't know that stadium, but I know that it was way too windy, and the wind was about a 10-meter flip either way, so it was about a 20-meter wind difference going to either end. So yeah, I think the Sheriff can put up 60s in the forward line anyway, and I think that will be enough anyway for the top spot, or near enough that top of the line. So I think she can be up there with Hooder when she gets like 1 or 2 midfield roles. Hoare and Too Good's out now, but they would have been top of the line. But I generally think it would be Hoare, a gap. Hoare probably, and then the 2 or 3 KPFs that are there that do sort of get some ruck time, do get a lot of get some midfield time even. And then there'll be a gap, and then I still think that Sheriff could be in and around that F5 spot. Even when she does get Stratton back, etc. Ashmore 64, Lucas Rod 63. She's got but she's just going to be a midfielder, isn't she? Lucas Rod, so there's no point going there. Bates 60, Lucy Wales 60. This is why you don't go off preseason hype. Anyone that watched my video about, or just in general about this, I made some comments about it, that she basically faced a ruck lineup of Gazelle Davies, Bella Smith, and Laura Gardner, and Cynthia Hamilton. Now, I don't know about you, but 2 of those are midfielders, and 2 of them are like under 5'7" or something, I think. like Laura Gardner height. She's 165 centimeters, and then you got Cynthia Hamilton height as well. Cynthia Hamilton's 168 centimeters in inches. You got 5'6" and 5'5". So I don't think Lucy Wales really had much of a challenge to get hit outs in that game, considering that she had two girls that were like shouldn't be rucking in any sense. So yeah, that was kind of the reason why she did so well in preseason. Kemp, McDonough, Fleming, Smith, Williamson, Everest. I'm surprised her and Richardson didn't kick on a little bit. Stone 37 as well. Who was it that who is the 1 second here forwards? Let me just check the 300Ks. Clubs I need to go to. Hawthorn. You've got, it's Locke that we're waiting for. Locke is the one that I'm waiting for, and waiting for her to come back, have a game, because I feel like she will be the next wave of rookies in. Her and Butler are probably the next wave of rookies that I'm looking at when they come through in the next couple of weeks. She's destined for round 3 is Stone or Locke, sorry, it's Locke. And you've got Butler destined, I think, for a return either 3 or 4. So those two are two rookies that I'm looking at in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, Stone 37, Hipwell 34, Baskarin 34, Vukic 22. I thought her as a ruck in the future, one for the future, is going to be all right. But yeah, she just, in that ruck role, you took the solo rucker over any part-time forward ruck. Because it just was the better option role specifically. And then Elliott 8 there. Then we move on to Carlton. This will be pretty quick. Mackay 102, and Mackay is priced at, I believe, roughly around or within realms of that marker there, 82, so 102. She'll regress back, I would suspect, a little bit, given that Hawthorn should be a good side, but I don't think they'll be that good. Shearer 69, you see this drop away. Moody 68, you can see the ruck share with Moody and Good, so no thank you there for any of those rucks. Mimi Hill 63, Skepper 57, Goss 52, Lawson Tavan 49. So if you went Tavan over Beattie, you got lucky basically, as Beattie did score 25, so she made like 5k, but you basically made you spent another like 12k was Tavan, like just off min. Let's actually just go to this. I think this does it easily. Tavan was 4k in more expensive, like 3 or 4k. So you spent 4k to get another 68k in cash gen over the top of Beattie. Hendry Finn did her job. If we look at the quarter by quarter, this one. Fantasy quarter by quarter, you will see that Lawson Tavan just did really well in the second half, 33. You'll see Finn very rounded, which is a good sign. And you'll see that, if you look at BT here, she just didn't really, had a much better second half. That's a 19. So if she can double that up, she'll get to a 39, and the 39 starts to make some cash. That would probably be 40k of cash gen, I would think, a 39 or so. There is something there, and you can just see Vesio had a stinker, especially Vesio in the first minute. She was on 8, and then for the rest of the game, for 7 minutes of the remaining game is that, she scored 16. So she just had a stinker. Then we go down. Goering had a tag roll, so it was all right, but that second half I'm pretty sure was pretty 23, 18, 3. I really didn't like the time on ground being so low. So I'm jumping off her to Breed. I wish I had gone Breed in the first place, but if Goering had fired, then I would have been ahead of the crowd a little bit. So in the end, I lost around about 100k of cash, and I think. But it's an easy fix because I had that 100k spare. Good, Austin, Peterson, Pound, Fitzgerald, Dalpos, Cordner, BT. So we see this whole sort of defensive wing just having a stinker here. Look, in Dalpos, Cordner, BT, and Vessia. I don't know where Keck's position was, but I can tell you that 4 out of the 5 that are highlighted there were in the back or on the wings. And where was Keck? If this will I'm clicking that. Thank you for just not actually going off. She looks like she played on one of the wings as well. So you had just all the wingers and halfbackers just outside of Lawson, Tavan and Finn. So they had 3 wingers, and it looks like in Keck, Vesio, and also Finn. And one of them did well. And then you had one halfback do well. So that was just... Carlton's going to be rough. So yeah, we probably should have done more research into the halfbacks for... Because I believe Kemp was a halfback as well, 300k. So if you did jump on her, then you did really well. If you jumped on Kemp and also Lawson Devine, you probably did the best. So yeah, it is what it is. You're usually going to have the rookie roulette at this point of the season where some of them are just going to do really well, some of them aren't. And I probably should have done even more research than some people than I did in the end, as that probably could have uncovered something like this. But anyway, it is what it is, and in the end, Hawthorn got the job done. The girls that I'm looking at for this round, Breed and Sheriff are 2 that I'm probably going to bring in, just because Breed is probably the best cash gen rookie, I would think, based if you apply a role variable. And then Sheriff is the best, I would think, forward role, role out of any of the forwards. And then you've got for Carlton, I would think just jumping off BT if you do have her, if that's possible. Finn's fine, Lawson Tavan is fine, and if you have Vesio, I'd be jumping off her. I'm glad that I didn't go winger there, because that was a horrific game from Vesio. But anyway, that is the video there. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload in the future, and I'll see you guys in those videos. Bye guys.